Hey, big episode coming up with Frenchy. Before we get into it, Luke and I are halfway through our comedy festival runs. We have 2 weeks left, Melbourne. Come and see us. Shows are being crazy and they are selling out. Get your tickets. Mine are at loosebeers.com. Luke's are at lukekidgel.com. And you got some other dates too.
Yeah, I'm also coming to New South Wales after Melbourne. I'm going to Albury, Wagga, Wollongong, Newcastle, Sydney, and Canberra. And I think that's all. And also, you need to come before these venues get demolished.
Yes, because they will be taken down by the jokes.
Yeah.
Also, Frenchy has a bunch of dates. Check them out. This episode's a banger, and we hope you enjoy. How about you guys clap, and then we'll start.
3, 2, 1.
No, keep clapping.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luke and Lewis with very special guest, Frenchy. Welcome to the show, mate.
How you going, guys? Welcome to thank you for having me. I fucked it already.
You said welcome to us. I appreciate it, man.
just pick a greeting.
I was too excited.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a real
both.
studio. You got, I don't know what the Savoys are. I know Jats, but you've got all things around.
Do you want to
Fucking
leave?
Jats rap.
Do you want to leave?
Get out.
Started them already.
Yeah, good.
Let's go. Let's go.
You're down for the festival.
Comedy
It's
festival.
great to have you here. How's it not being behind a green screen? Talking
Wood.
real set.
Oh, wow. It smells nice in here.
Does it?
Yeah.
Smells like a fuck den.
No, it's just compared to what I usually smell.
What do you normally smell?
What do you
Well,
sniff?
lately I've been in my studio apartment in Melbourne, whatever, and it doesn't get cleaned. It's not like a hotel,
Aren't you staying in a hostel?
kind of.
Like, I saw your Instagram story.
It's student accommodation.
Wait, yeah, student accommodation.
So-
You
Accommodation,
uploaded,
alright, dude.
like, he's trying to flex on his Instagram story the other day. He goes, guys, there's a pool table, there's table tennis, there's bar, there's this and that. I'm like,
Yeah, and
dude,
there
that's
is.
a hostel,
There
not a
is.
hotel.
Yeah,
is.
it's yeah, sure, it has all of those amenities, but if you touch any of them, you're getting HIV.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Chlamydia or
It's really
something.
gross.
It's not like a flex for your accommodation to have beer pong in the foyer.
it was for me. It was
Very much your vibe.
It was-
But shouldn't you, as like the world's oldest comedian,
Yes.
shouldn't you really be like in a retirement home by now?
I
Like, aren't
believe
you, what are you like
assisted living. It's
60,000?
called. It's assisted living.
Yeah,
Yes, and
yeah.
I was trying to get in there, but
Yeah.
they're hard to get into during COVID.
Yeah, right.
They are Fort Knox right now.
Yeah.
What was it like living through both world wars?
Oh, you know what? First one wasn't great because it was. Well, actually, no. First one was exciting because like this is new.
But the second
What's
one
going on here?
went off.
Yeah, second one popped too.
Yeah.
So,
It was like Back to the Future 2, much better than the first.
well, it was a sequel that was needed. It wasn't like
Yeah.
Anchorman or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think they need to round out the trilogy?
Well, they tried
on World
to.
Wars?
They tried to with Vietnam.
China's still trying.
They tried to. Well, it's too late now. They can't do it now.
Sometimes that is a thing that movie studios will do, where they'll relaunch a film just in an Asian country for a bit extra cash.
Bit extra
So
cash.
they've done that in Vietnam with the
So
war.
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Obviously, you were
tried
there
to get
in
the
Nam
Middle
as
East
well.
market with Iraq a couple times, but they
Yeah,
just need to give
you're
up
a
on that
veteran
one.
by then, though.
Oh yeah.
By the time we got
I've
to
had-
Iraq, you
my
were...
kids have had kids have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually how many subscribers do you have
On which platform?
on like YouTube?
All of them. Pick
All of
pick a
them?
number. I've got them. 600.
600,000 and they're like all
So you
your
got one
children.
a year for every year you've been alive.
Yeah.
So I, you know how I was like, oh, I don't really listen to your podcast. Tell me, fill me in on the segments. You're right. I do get tagged in your clips whenever you make fun of me for being old. So I've got that
I
meme.
think one day
But
Lewis said you got sucked up by a vacuum because you actually became dust.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I have a dusty face. You can't do.
you crumbled into dust and then the wind blew you all the way to my house and then you ended up in my vacuum. That was a sick night.
I
though.
would believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dressing young though, so it
You
kind
are.
of evens out.
I love the jacket.
Yeah.
Right, jacket.
You call it dressing young. I call it overcompensating.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter
Yes,
what we
we're
call
same
it.
thing, same
Yeah.
thing.
Either way, you're wearing like a.
Anyway, I'm looking good.
Is it a jazz?
Utah
Lakers,
Jazz,
Utah-
like 80s, 90s
Why
basketball
is that the same
jacket.
color as the Lakers? Do they used to be that color? Utah Jazz. I don't even know what color they are.
I guess they are a similar
Yeah,
color
right.
with the
Same
white,
colour.
but
Thought it was
not.
a
But the
Lakers
white's
style.
different.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right. Where the fuck do you get your hats? That's like every day you're wearing a different hat.
Yeah,
And they're
you
all
gotta-
like they all have filthy slogans on them. Like that one just says "Taste the action." And you're wearing another one that looked like a MAGA hat, but it just said something like equally Darrow on it instead.
I think it was like probably like a Bud Light hat or
and
something.
make
like that.
Bundaberg great again or
Which
something.
would make anyone who hates Trump go, no, that guy is more racist than the average Trump fan.
Yeah, because it just looks like it. I'm an undercover Trump fan. At least they're proud about it.
I think it's like every comedy festival you have like a new hat. There was 2 years ago you were rocking that Channel 9 cap all
bro.
festival.
Still got that.
Yeah.
Still got that. I'm holding that long enough that people forget, and I'll bring it back in a couple of years.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And it'll be like retro because Channel 9 won't exist.
Yeah.
In 3090.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, but with the hat, so it annoys my Sydney mates to no end that I bend them.
Yeah, I hate that.
Everyone hates it, and I
Why?
fucking love how much it triggers
I don't have a
people
problem with it.
I don't
because
like that.
because
I
it's
don't know
just
why.
fashion.
Snapbacks are like childish anyway. If you
I
have a
hate
straight
snapbacks,
hat, it's
yeah.
worse.
Yeah, what are you in the
Just have like a
Jillskins, bro?
regular baseball cap.
So-
You bend it in a weird way.
Yeah, I try to bend it in a right angle type way. I try to make it a sharp
Yeah,
angle.
it looks like a shovel.
Yeah,
like
thank
at the
you.
front.
Thank you. That's what I'm going for. Shovel hat. No, because it's just
was not a
it's my little fuck you to fashion. It's like, why do we do a little fucking semicircle anyway? Why do we bend a little curve? I'm just gonna go right angle.
That's true.
It's crazy. When I first met you, I really thought it was like this character of Frenchy. But as I've got to know you more over the years and we've hung out, not been filming, we'll just like be regularly hanging out and you're just wearing like a Jar Jar Binks Lego necklace when we're shooting basketball hoops in Sydney.
Yep.
And you'll like be like, hang on, I'm just going to run back to my room. And you'll come back, oh, I almost forgot it. And it's not doing it for like a joke or a bit. This Frenchie's a guy.
Pokemon backpack often. Yeah, no.
Do you remember
well,
the time that you fell off a fence and you the only thing that broke your fall? We got really drunk that night.
it was
in
the
Sydney.
Pokemon backpack.
And yeah, he fell off a fence like 2 meters tall, and then he fell in this Pokemon backpack, and you were just like, "Oh, thank God! I would have broken my spine."
if it wasn't for
Squirtle
Pikachu on the
saved
back. No, but that was the funniest because we did a Mac Uni show.
Yeah.
Something like that. We got cooked, and then our Uber was on the highway. The pub was there. There was a big fence in between, 2 meters tall.
To walk around the
But it was
car park.
20 meters to go to the side of the fence. If we went right and
not
went
that
around
long.
the fence.
Then we convinced 8 people to jump it with us because there was a bit of like, "Oh, Luke and Frenchie are doing it. We'll
Yeah.
just do it."
Instead of,
There was a few people who weren't as athletic as us.
Yeah,
and
Couple
they,
big boys.
couple of big boys
ate it.
ate it. Yeah.
Ate concrete.
You know,
Yum,
not
yum.
unfamiliar for those boys.
Oh.
Well, another interesting thing about you, Frenchie, is you travel around with like. Xander, can you just step in frame and just really
Schoolboys.
just show us?
I think-
Is that why you dress like that, Xander?
He does it
Frenchie
for
is
Tom, I
hanging
think.
out with a schoolboy. Do you understand
That's so rude
Xander?
to Xander. He's like just here.
Kneel
as a
down,
comedic prop.
Xander. Sit in there.
Do you understand, Xander, that like obviously, Frenchie looks 9,000 years old because he is, but you look like 16 years old. But the thing is, Frenchie dresses young to offset how old he looks. You're just dressed as a high school kid right now. Do you realize?
Yeah, I'm here to catch all the pedophiles at the comedy festival.
There's heaps. You'll get 'em
He
all.
works secretly for ASIO and
Yeah.
SWAT.
I'm deep undercover.
He's
That's
the bait. He's the
You're like
bait.
19-year-old Chris Hansen. You're like-
Yeah.
just like catching those predators. Yeah, you came in today and I go, "You're literally wearing my old school uniform," and he goes,
Yeah.
"Yes."
Yes.
Cool.
Where's your tie, mate? Tuck in your shirt. It's not even iron.
It's very wrinkly, yeah.
That's the high school aesthetic. They don't iron it.
Mate, it's more wrinkly than Frenchie.
And then my balls.
very public
and my
school.
old balls.
It's a very public school.
Well, I need to clarify.
vibe.
I don't travel around with Xander before
Well,
you're trying to get me
really?
to catch a
Because you're
case.
both
I'm not
here?
catching a case here. Xander randomly come down to the comedy festival, mostly to see you guys, because he's biggest. He tells us every day. He's like, I'm the biggest fan of Lewis. He's my favorite comedian. Then Luke. Then there's a big gap.
It's a bit rude
Then
the way
Tom?
you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's how he says it.
Geez, Tom's third.
Oh yeah.
I'm now offended
Oh,
that I'm
yeah.
only one above
Then Neil,
Tom.
Yeah.
and then right at the bottom is me, and I understand that. That's why we more have like a boss worker relationship. And he doesn't come on tour with me. I've got a tour manager. He just comes to the shows.
You sound really upset that he's here.
No. I like having him here. He's a great guy, but I just want to make
look how he
sure I don't
dresses.
carry him around in my suitcase, guys. He's not he's not an accessory.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to catch a court case or
Catch
a
a
COVID
case.
case here.
No cases
No
I'm
cases
catching.
in Melbourne.
No way. That's how I stay out of the courts.
Yeah. So how's the shows been going?
Great. Thank you for asking. How have your shows been going?
Great. Thank you for asking, Lewis.
Great. Thank you for asking.
Oh, good.
Brilliant.
Thanks all around. Wasn't there a guy at your show last night who spends
Oh.
$400 a night at the strippers?
Bro.
We can talk about
That's
this.
more than our editor.
Bro, that is
But
a
Actually,
lot.
no, it's not.
only because we don't pay our editor enough to do that. Like Frenchy's audience member was doing 400 a night for how long?
So it sounds like he's been doing it for a few years. No, it's not 400 a night.
400 a week.
400 a week, but he goes one night a week. So it was just one of those
Wow.
conversations. I was trying to get in, get out with the front row, sort of get
Yeah.
some references, have a bit of fun, move on my show.
Yeah.
And then he starts dropping this sort of stuff. I'm like, my brain's kind of melting as he's saying it because it's just a lot. We'll find out he's doing the dementia. Fuck you tall freak. Fucking stretch over here. Don't fucking start. Get a new necklace, you fucking lanky cunt. Fuck off. I took it for a while and I'm like, okay, you want the flamethrower? I'll turn
It's
it
just
on.
like you throwing shade about necklaces. Like you can't really.
But I
talk.
mixed it up.
Yeah.
Look, I got a different one now. I'll
Yeah,
show you
between
it.
Deathly Hallows and Jar Jar Binks.
No, I got this one because I thought it was a panther.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, panther. It's a tabby cat.
Not as cool.
But okay, you didn't answer my question. Where the fuck do you buy this shit?
Oh, bro.
Just op
I got
shops?
wild drip. You don't even know. So, op shops, vintage stores, but also what I'll do is I'll get like Pokemon type key rings, put them on my own chains because they often don't come on a necklace.
Smart, as they shouldn't. Like no. So you're telling me that no one manufactured a Jar Jar Binks Lego necklace? You
Oh,
made it
that was
yourself?
from the markets.
That's.
I was at the
crazy.
markets. Yeah, that was the best. So I'm at the markets with my girlfriend, and I don't really want to go because I've got things to do. I don't actually, but
No.
I'll just. She made me get up early for it, so I'm like, fine, I'll come to the markets with you. And then that was there, Jar Jar Binks on a necklace. And she's like, you can't buy that. That looks
Sorry, I've been
stupid.
in
I'm like, well, you're the one who made me go to the market, so really this is your fault. So every time you look at Jar Jar Binks, look in the mirror and say, I did this. Oh, miss, I did this.
You know what's so funny about like going to see Frenchy live and stuff? I don't know if you guys know going to a Frenchy show. I think you have this like, or at least you used to have this reputation, like, you know, because there was like a lot of tradie videos back in the day and stuff. You're like so fucking like silly. You know what I mean? Like people don't realize, like you've got to cop a few Star Wars references on the way.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Like there's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be some Harry Potter related comedy in the show.
Yeah, definitely. I know what you're saying. It's like,
I think people get thrown off guard, but then they just love it as well.
but here's the thing is that tradies and like cool guys, they love all that shit too. They just
course.
can't admit it sometimes.
Yeah.
Because my best mate's like a mad tradie. Like he's the biggest tradie. Like, and he fucking loves magic. I know he does. But often it took him a while to be able to say, I like Harry Potter and I'm proud. I wish I was a wizard. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
initially he had to be like, just give me a fucking ciggy and let's fucking have some rums and fucking punch a walrus or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they do on site.
A lot of walrus punching out there. But
Here's a few guys that have never been on a work site because like we all heard you say punch a walrus and then we were both like, checks
Yeah,
out.
I've been to a few work sites. Some of the tradies do look like walruses. They really do. You ever see a big fat plumber with a massive mustache? Like,
Yes.
what is the difference?
Yes.
They're kind of wet. They smell like shit. Big and fat.
Yeah, just hanging out
Walrus
on a
of the
rock.
work site.
It really is. But you dropped into my show and you did an opening spot. The new gear is a little bit dangerous. It's good.
Oh yeah, it's what did
only
I
saw
do
about-
there?
You did about 10
I did the
minutes or
mullet
so.
stuff there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh fuck yeah. Yo, that went
I
better
think
at
you
your
have an
crowd.
edgy joke about a mullet.
Yo, I'll tell it to you. Oh, you haven't seen my show yet?
No.
We're going to
Okay.
come.
We'll come.
Okay, I'll save it for that. I didn't even do it last night because I get caught up doing other stuff. Yeah, talking to the guy who went to the strip club. This guy had no concept of money. So I'm like, you spend $400 a week a night at a strip club. He goes, yeah, but I get free entry.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's
yeah,
a
man.
That's
reason.
worse.
There's a reason for that, dude.
What a bargain.
Right. And then like everything he said was just like, what is your mind?
Isn't it crazy though how you see like a sale and you see like a deal like that, and you go, how does that convince people?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, you get 1 month free, and then every month after that is like $1,000 for something. People are like, yeah, but it's 1 month free.
Yeah.
That guy is doing the same thing. It's $20 entry.
Yeah, it's bizarre. But then he's like, all the way justifying it doesn't make sense to us adult minds. He's like, oh yeah, but I get paid $800 a week.
That's
That's not enough.
That's not much. That's 50% of your wage goes to strippers. That's like having the opposite of a part-time job. Like you can make $400 a week at a part-time
That's
job.
so funny that in his head he's budgeting correctly.
Oh,
Like, what if he spent on groceries? Like $10 on groceries, $400 on strippers.
I think he eats the memories of the lap dance all week. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole, everything he said was just like, I know how you've justified it in your mind, but to the regular human, this doesn't make sense. Like, he's like, oh yeah, but I barely do anything for work. Like, I just pretty much get $800 for free. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, I'm a chef. I'm like, they work very hard.
Job. That's way harder than what we do. That's crazy.
So it was just like
Man.
that. And then, you know, like when you have like a crowd member kind of like melt your mind, you're
Why
like,
are chefs always fucking miserable? Every
didn't
chef.
he didn't look that unhappy. He was like, yeah.
Well, maybe he has
Yeah.
it right.
But like,
Maybe
here's
we're
a,
wrong.
no, I don't think he hasn't realized yet. He's gonna come out of this phase and be like, "What was I doing?"
I don't know. I think he's just living his life. He's friends with all the strippers.
Yeah,
they follow
but-
him on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they love about him, the friendship, not the $400 a week.
You know what he's like? He's like a rat, like in a mousetrap, going, "Yeah, my spine's shattered, but fuck, free cheese." You know?
Free cheese.
You guys have any cheese? Nah. I mean, I can't move my lower half, and I'm gonna die. But fuck, I got a bit of cheese.
Cheese is expensive too.
It is, especially if you're a rat.
Have you guys had any good members in the audience yet?
Well, I think I have a great one.
Ooh.
I had a guy, and I'm probably going to clip this and put it up, but I had a guy who worked. I go, "What do you do?" Him and his girlfriend laughing, and I noticed his girl has like a giant diamond engagement ring, and I was like, "What does this guy do?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm a satellite technician," and I'm like, "Oh, so like you make satellites? Like you help satellites go in the air?" And he goes, "Oh, I can't really get into it." I was like, "Okay." So he works. I was like, "You work for like ASIO, or are you like a spy or the military?" And he
You
goes,
can't say.
well, that's where the fun was. He goes, "I can't really say." I was like, "Fuck, man." And then just it's like a crazy throwaway. I was like, "Dude, you must be helping out Elon Musk with SpaceX." And he goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "What?"
From Australia.
And I go, "Have you met Elon Musk?" And he goes, "Oh, indirectly." Turns out he's been on like a Zoom call with Elon Musk and everything, and talked to him about that, and he just was talking about Elon Musk. Oh,
It's so funny. Like
crazy.
it starts out really funny, and by the end, the whole crowd's like, "And just tell me more." And then it becomes this
Interested,
weird
yeah.
TED talk where
Yeah.
you're interviewing this guy who's way more interesting than anyone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, but it was funny. It was like I was going through like a maze. Like I go down one pathway, and then eventually we would just hit a dead end. And he goes, "I can't talk about that specifically." Like he was looking. By the end of it, I just had to move on because he was looking at me like, "Come on, bro, I'm
That
told you
is
way too much."
fucking interesting.
And now you've said it on a podcast.
Oh, and I'm gonna put it online.
Yeah.
Yo, I had this one couple. Okay, I can't
By the way,
let
I
me
don't think anyone that intelligent has ever come to my show. I don't ever stepped foot
yeah.
in a Luke Kitchen
No.
show. That's
Yeah.
just VCal kids.
That's
Just
a real
VK
funny
out.
vibe.
That's because you that's
One
what
girl
you told me once was like,
Dude, did I tell you about the girl last week?
no.
She was so angry. I had this girl
This
come
is
up to me.
awesome.
She comes up to me after the show, and she's fucking furious.
Because
Right?
before
Like,
you
it was a
tell
great
us-
show. It was fine.
Before you tell a story, this is a direct result of TikTok.
Yeah.
It's the
Blown
direct
up
result
on
of what
TikTok.
you're posting.
I got a lot of
what you're
TikTok
posting.
brain in the crowd, and she goes, "You didn't talk about VCal," like that.
Lol. Lol, yeah.
Just
yeah,
out
yeah.
of the gates. It's kind of like if you didn't do a shoey, I guess.
Oh, they lose their mind.
but
yeah.
it's more like mine was 4 years ago. Like, move.
But you
You
posted
do-
it the other day, bro.
because it just happened in Warrnambool. Like
Happened
it
the
just
other
happened
day.
organically. People are so dumb. Like it was just a guy. It wasn't a plan.
Nah, that's on you.
Is
That's
it?
on
No,
you.
it's not. You
No,
do
but
the
I
think so.
doing a shoey is like exciting and the same every time.
It was crowd
Like, that's a
work.
thing.
The
Yeah,
only
I know,
VCal
I
thing
know.
that's happened since 4 years ago has always been crowd work.
Okay.
Because people think it's
Go
funny
on,
to
tell
yell
your
at.
story.
And then she goes, "Oh," she's like, "Well," and I go, "Oh, I thought she was kind of joking." So I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, it was from 4 years ago," and I was like, "Oh, thanks for coming." And then her boyfriend goes, "That is why she came, bro." Like he's not. He's like not angry, but he's like disappointed that his girlfriend's angry.
Oh,
He's like
yeah.
disappointed in me because he's like, now I have to deal with this shit when I get home.
Yeah.
And she's like, so like, yeah. Anyway, that's why I came. I just wanted to let you know. And then she like didn't get a photo. She just walked away.
Wow.
And then on the
From
way out,
one
she's
joke.
like walking out. I'm like, oh, I was like, sorry. And then she goes, I do VCal. And she said it so rude. And I go, yeah, it shows. And then she just gave me this biggest greasy, walked away, and like 4 people in my line were like, well, what the fuck just happened?
Holy
So
shit. Bro, but that is like everyone can comedian can relate to that.
Most people come up
I
to
get
me and say
teachers
it in a
coming.
nice way.
Still get teachers coming. They go, oh, I was hoping you'd do some teaching stuff. I'm like, yeah, I haven't been a teacher in fucking 8 years.
Yeah.
Haven't done a teaching joke in 4. They've seen some online. They know I used to be a teacher. So like, I do
I think it's
understand
just-
that.
Yeah, I understand
But,
because I
like,
get a lot of
you can't
lovely
get angry
people.
about
No, but
it.
I get a lot of lovely people going, I was hoping you talk about VCal. Oh, that's all right, mate. Great show. And they get that all the time. I don't, that
So
doesn't
you
bother
work?
me.
weird.
It's
Are
like
you
the
working that
average-
story into it?
I think I should.
I think you
Because
should.
I
I
think
think
the
it's
bit
good.
is now like,
I think it's good.
Well, she
Yeah.
should come back now.
I was
And
going to
she'll
say,
be a
now I will have a
satisfied customer.
VCal bit on my show. It's about
Yes,
it.
handy.
I had
handy.
the guy that runs my venue, the Rubber Chicken, where I'm performing. He goes, "Hey man, one of your fans left a terrible review of the venue online," and I was like, "Oh, did they hate my show?" And he goes, "No. They said that the sashimi was raw." Now, if you don't know what
Is it
sashimi
supposed to be?
it's not supposed to be cooked. They ordered it. They do like Asian fusion, and they left this horrific review going, the sashimi wasn't even cooked. It's not
Okay,
cooked.
I
Your
take it back. Your
Frankston
fans are dumb
fans.
as fuck
Your
as well.
Frankston
See, that's what I mean.
fans.
Like sometimes
That's
I'll
the
get the
Frankers.
smartest man in Australia building spaceships for Elon Musk, and another guy ordering raw food going, why isn't it cooked?
That
Oh
is
my
so
God.
funny.
So good.
Yeah, what was your one?
I don't even know what we're talking about now. What are we talking about?
You said you had a good
okay,
one.
2 things. I remember you were like, why did they want the VCal bit? You actually enlightened my eyes because one time I said to you, I'm like, why is there fucking so many guys with mullets at my show? And you were like, bro, look at you. Go in the mirror and have a good look. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't do bits about mullets. Like, yeah, but
You honestly
Yeah.
attract
they
attract what you
what
put
you
out.
look.
Yeah.
They know you attract what you look too.
Yeah, you
Like-
I
do.
look like a VCal kid.
Well, you look like
I look like a VCal kid with a little bit of class.
no, but I think you attract like a lot of like normal, like sort of
Normal.
Yeah, I
average
attract like
looking
uni
people.
guys
yeah,
usually.
uni guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I'll get like a mix of like internet nerds, lads, and potential school shooters. You know, that's kind of that's.
You
my mix.
always sit in an aisle seat at a Lewis Beer show just so you can get the fuck out of there.
Just they're safe. Nothing's ever happened, but be aware of exits. That's all I'm saying.
A lot
of
of
course.
green hair in the building.
And and if it happened, it would happen after the show because they'd be like, you know what, I want to see one last comedy show before I do it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, ah,
No, you know, I actually had like a real scary incident. Speaking of this, at my Thursday night show, no, my Friday night show. After the show, right? So I'm doing meet and greet. The show was killer. It was great. One of the best shows I've ever done. And then group of 2 boys, they come up to me. One of them super excited. The other one is saying nothing, right? And sometimes if someone says nothing, they're usually nervous
Yeah.
or they fucking hated it. It's usually one of the two.
Yeah.
So I go to one guy, I go, hey man, you're like, I loved it. It was so good. Gets a photo. I go, hey dude, like I think he's nervous, like trying to be nice. And he doesn't say anything, doesn't look at me. And I go, do you want a photo? And he just walks away. I'm like, okay, he hated it. Whatever. Not for everyone. Must have been offended by something. And then I get through the whole meet and greet. They were at the front of the line. And then, I don't know,
you
hour and a
stayed
half
around.
goes by. The guy that hated it comes up by himself, right? And I'm like, oh, here we go. And he walks up to me and he goes, hey, man, can I talk to you? And I was like, oh, this is my first one of these.
let's go.
And I'm like,
go.
yeah,
I get
dude.
this from mums.
Yeah,
Never like,
this was a big, scary looking
concerned
dude.
parent. I've been about kicking children at my show.
Oh, beautiful. I can't wait for that
That's
bit.
good.
This is a big, scary looking dude. And he looked like he was like not having fun. And he goes, I want to talk to you. And I was like, yeah, man, what's up? Like we're inside. And he goes, I want to talk to you outside in the outside balcony. There's no one there. And I go, oh, you can talk to me here. And he goes, no, man, I want to talk to you outside. And then when he says it the third time, I start putting my rings back. I'm like, here we go.
Here we
My
fucking
brother
go.
hears it. He comes over just fucking ready to go. And I just went, mate, whatever you want to say, you can say it here. And then he starts to cry a little bit. And he was like completely misjudged the scenario. He was just having a rough time and wanted to say thanks. I felt
And then you punched him in the head.
I was embarrassed. I was backed into a corner. I had to do it anyway.
Your brother
I
comes
felt-
over.
Dude, I felt so bad. He just starts crying a little bit. I'm like, let's go outside. I took him out and I felt awful. I got him water. I gave him a
Holy
big hug.
fuck, that
I
is
chatted to him.
funny.
He was a legend.
That is
but
funny.
I
Yeah,
felt
got ya,
so
got ya.
fucking bad.
Holy shit. I completely misread that situation.
Oh yeah, but so did everyone else. Like Arthur comes over ready for war,
Yeah,
and
well,
then
that's-
we just wanted to have a little heart to heart.
That's awesome.
That's how it is. Most of those conversations do start. If they don't like something, they go, "Can I please talk to you about something?" And it's crazy in my mind that this stranger is like, "I'm gonna change his mind." Like,
It's like if you're seeing us do a joke, we've been doing it for a year minimum,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
it's been
yeah.
smashing. So like our mind was made up often
I love
10
that-
months ago.
they can never fathom as well where they're like, it always gets to this weird point in the conversation where they go, "I didn't like that," so, and I go, and you have to just be like, and that really doesn't bother me.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah,
Of course,
I just want to
like-
stop him and say, I don't care anything you have to say. Just so
No.
you know, not to be rude,
I know it's,
but your opinion will
yeah, they're like,
is-
I don't
is-
like
is
you.
invalid.
It's like, well, the
Shut
feeling's
up.
very mutual.
My
Yeah.
favorite my favorite story of that, the Comics Lounge owners told me this. Jim Jeffries had one of these. He did a set, and he's Jim Jeffries, right? So he's doing his thing, and then afterwards, a woman comes up to him, and he's sitting at the bar, like leaning over the bar, and she taps him on the shoulder, and she goes, "Jim, I want to talk to you about some of your jokes." And he turns over and he goes, "Fuck off." And that's it.
That's the way to do it.
Doesn't even give her the chance.
That's
he just
the-
goes, "Fuck off," back to the
That's
drink.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
Did I tell you the one about the one at the Comics Lounge I had of the lady who wanted to break down? She was a therapist. She wanted to break down my childhood. And she goes, "Oh, you must have been neglected by your parents." I go, "Not at all. They actually came tonight. They love it." And I pulled them
That's
over.
so good.
And I introduced my mum. My mum's like, "We're so proud of him. Did you like the show?" Because mum
so
didn't
funny.
read the situation at all.
That's so perfect.
And then
That's
the
good.
lady was shocked. She's like, "You're really proud of him after tonight?" And mum's like, "Of course. It was so great. We had such a great time. We brought some friends along."
shut
So
up.
meet, you know, mum's like bringing over her
That's
friends.
so good. Just rubbing
It was
it in.
awesome. And then this lady just had to walk away.
Fuck off. Turn around and cry, bitch. That's
It was really good.
And that's the perfect time to plug our shows, guys. Come see us.
Yeah.
It's that. And I don't know. I just think we know they're funny and the shows are good, and it's like walking into a restaurant and ordering spicy food and then going, "It's too hot." It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know who
exactly.
you
You know what you're getting in for. And if you don't, that's on you because there's a thing called the internet. Use it, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Did you you would have seen what happened to Alex?
Shooter, bro. Holy fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Quick recap: Shooter did a show in Rockhampton, which is the capital of Australia, and he got
The capital.
It is.
he got punched in the
He
head
got
by an audience
smacked in
member.
the head.
Now, why we want to talk about it with you, Frenchy, is you have done that venue, and what was this, a couple years ago before
Yeah.
quarantine? You also had someone try to assault you at that venue at your
Exact
show.
same venue, exact same room. It hasn't changed
Dude, the
at
guy
all.
was almost sitting in the exact same seat.
Almost in the exact
from
same
the video I
seat.
saw.
Yeah.
So like,
Now,
I guess stage left. So from right, if you're looking at the stage,
Is it
was,
the venue? Is it the vibe? Is it
It's
like
the
a
Rockhampton,
is it
bro.
Pokey
It's
down?
Rock-
Well,
Rockhampton.
we're not sure.
Rockhampton.
We've done Rockhampton, and the show was lovely. It was really nice. It was killer. So we have like a theory that our podcast is cursed. We think that potentially that venue in Rockhampton is cursed because we've done the suburb and it
it's
was fine.
just the people that inhabit it.
I think it could be. Okay, it definitely could be the venue because that venue you get there and there's something. As I walked through the door, I was like, I want to hit a cunt.
Yeah.
I didn't. There's something in the air. It was a Bundy or something. Or stale cigarettes. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
wanted to fucking someone who wasn't looking. That's like.
Oh yeah.
I'll wait till I turn around. I'm like, no, hold it back.
Yeah.
Hold it back. So I could be cursed. But also, I would say In terms of looseness of crowds, if you put yours at a 5, mine would be a 7.5.
Yeah.
Alex's would be a 15.
I've
Yeah, he'd be
opened.
off the scale.
I've opened for Alex before, and it made me uncomfortable. And I've done a lot of footy clubs in like Mentone and like Werribee. I've done the Werribee
get
Football Club
fucking
before, and
loose.
it was jarring how aggressive they are.
They get loose.
But like in a positive way. They were like, I'd do a joke, and like half the crowd would laugh, and some of the guys would just be like, "That's fucking good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just yell shit. They like yell praise, but in the most aggressive way.
I've seen Alex a few times, and every time I've seen him in like a beautiful old theater, and I've seen him in a little venue. Every time whether it's the opener or him, he'll do a joke, it'll do a punchline. 70% of them will laugh. About 5% of them will stand up and go, "That's a fucking good one, sick
That's so
cunt."
It's
sick.
weird. People get up throughout the show and like they throw shit at each other. There was a fight in the crowd at Townsville 2 nights ago at OWV show.
Oh, yeah, he had
the
another one.
after.
I said this on
It's a pay-per-view
Few
at this
nights
point.
ago.
I said this in a previous episode when we talked about it. I said if these moments keep going viral at Shooter's show, people will show up to fight, and I think that's what we're seeing. It's like compound interest, but fights.
That's what I learned.
It's his VCAL, but it's punching.
100%. It's his
getting
VCAL.
king hit.
And I obviously, same as you boys, I post a lot of crowd stuff, and sometimes my crowd stuff gets loose too. And I got to be careful when I post too many of those in a row. People come
just think
looking
that.
for that.
Yeah.
You got to balance it out with actual stand-up clips, which sucks because you don't want to burn it. Otherwise, they come looking, when's something funny going to happen in the crowd? I hope it's a fucking ballerina fucking does a flip and dies or some shit. You know what I mean? They just want...
Yeah, I
With
remember-
Shooters only posting like, look at this fucking muppet, let's bash a gun in the car park or whatever. If I was like a fucking punter, 21-year-old punter like 50 years ago, I'd be like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's wind someone up till they snap and Shooter just blows up at them.
I think
You got like, was it an actual glass? Or was it a
Yeah,
plastic
no,
cup?
he threw a glass at me.
Jesus.
But it was like,
he
see,
missed you. Did he?
no, he got me, but was fortunately like different from Alex's show. So Alex seemed like he was saying the security either wasn't there or was on the other side of the stage. My security guy was come over because I was talking to this guy for a fucking while. He come over and was right there, so he couldn't wind up a full baseball peg to peg the glass at me. He had to do a little. He knew it was about to go. I'm like, get him out of here. He's like, oh, what? He had to do like a push throw.
Yeah.
Push throw, which doesn't get the power on it. So it was just funny. It was just good for the video. Hits me on the shoulder.
You came
Water
out
go-
of it with a viral video and a good
And a new
laugh,
tour
really.
name.
Yeah.
Then you called
Perfect,
he was
bro.
yelling, turn it up, and then you just called your whole tour Turn It Up and released
I
a song.
still
You
don't
gotta
know
milk
what
it. You got to
that
milk
means.
it, don't you?
I still like
Turn it up.
it just means
Turn it up.
It doesn't mean
Turn it
anything,
up.
but I like to hear it.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
No, exactly. And that's what I was like. It was a perfect situation for me because I'm not saying he was winning that encounter with me, but I was definitely not being as funny as I was initially because he had 2 minutes of just yelling nonsense at me. I'm like, I'm out of insults right
It comes to
now.
a point, especially when someone's like, belligerent and drunk. You can't. There's nothing to work with. And after a minute and a half, if it's like negative heckling, the audience just gets angry too.
100%. They're like, we paid not to see you.
Yeah.
You meffed up loser. Like, and so you just got to say, sometimes you just got to say, get him out.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a funny part of the show. Let's get him out. Let's move on. And then he couldn't handle that and threw the glass at me. And then as soon as he walked out, I was like, because he was talking about being a single father and stuff like that. I was like, what do you do for work? He's like, I'm a single father. Not a job. Not a job. Like important.
Yeah.
No money coming from that.
Is your kid paying you?
And so after I was fucking so glad with this call. After he threw the glass at me, he got frog marched out, hands in the air. Everyone cheers. Let's turn back to the crowd. I'm like, at least he can spend some more time with his kid.
That's very good.
And then just, it's so much easier to roast someone when they're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind their back.
I mean, that's what most people do in their personal life is like just bully people behind their
Oh
back.
yeah, for
I,
sure, for sure.
I fucked up again
What?
on stage.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did it
you got
again.
a boner.
Dude,
Yeah, it happens a lot. Yeah.
you're blind.
No, that's part of the show, actually. That's intentional.
You need glasses. You literally need glasses. You never wear them.
I jump to the first conclusion in my brain and I'm impulsive and I say the
did
first
you
thought.
see on the episode? We'll tell Frenchy about it in a sec. But she actually commented on the episode.
did she
Keelan,
say?
So
can
what
you pull up the
happened? What
comment?
happened? What was the
The
fuck
We'll
up?
show you the
The
first
first
one.
one in Shepparton was, and I've already told this story on the podcast, so I'll recap to anyone
Real
who
quick,
maybe new.
I'm smart. Don't worry.
I was talking about the World Gym. I was plugging my merch, and I go, "Anyone do the World Gym?" And I hear, "Yeah," and it was very. You know how dark it is, right? Lights in your face. It's like silhouettes in the crowd. I see a tat sleeve, short hair, glasses, and some broader shoulders. And I go, "What are you get up to in the World Gym, big boy?" It's not a big boy. It's a very regular girl. It was such a bad assumption. I couldn't have done it in a worse way.
The worst thing to say to a woman.
2 nights ago, front row.
Yeah.
I don't even really have the excuse of the darkness this time.
Yeah. Yeah, because your venue's quite bright. I've been there. It's, nice place.
So I didn't realize this. I found out this after the show. That this couple had been making out in the front row apparently before the show.
Yeah,
so the whole crowd knew that they were a couple because I think they were a little bit of public displaying of affection. That's what I heard after the show. People told me that in the line.
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't know this. I see a guy and a female next to him, and I just said, "Oh, and you've come with your mum?"
Yeah.
They were dating.
That is
Yeah, but
not
that's so
good.
far-fetched. It's like almost
No,
like you meant
I-
it as a joke.
it was
or
not
is she
a-
like older looking?
It was obvious that it was a joke.
It was like a sweater.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, it was obvious it was not a joke.
Yeah, that's what I
and
mean.
she,
yeah.
how old was she? Was she old enough to get offended
Afterwards,
by
I met
that?
her. She didn't look old at all.
Yeah, well then she's not old enough to get offended by that.
Sure. She afterwards, she's like, "Do I really look 30?" And I was like, "Even if I was calling you a mum, I was implying that you were like 40, really."
45, yeah, like
Yeah.
traditional mum age.
That's so funny.
Again, glasses.
You
just
might
to-
need glasses, mate. Contacts, even. You don't have to wear glasses. You have contacts.
I think I'm just an asshole.
Yeah, maybe.
There's
Yeah.
no way to
Yeah.
fix that.
Work on yourself, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Have you ever done that?
Work on myself? Probably not really.
Yeah. You're still trying.
No, not really.
Yeah.
No,
Just
have you
stress
ever
up,
done like have you ever fucked up?
Oh, all the time, bro. But but like half time it's my fault, half the time it's their fault. Do you know what I mean? You. Oh,
don't come to the show looking old.
Like I think
Do your
like
makeup.
there are times where gender's a tricky one, where
Yeah.
you'll drop a bro or a mate, and
Especially
you're like,
Melbourne.
oh fuck,
Yeah.
that I don't want to assume this gender.
Yeah.
But it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a good one. It wasn't really a fuck up. It was more her fault. I was like talking to her. I was like, "What do you do?" Whatever. She's like, "Oh, I'm a mum. My kid's whatever, 1 or 2 or something." I'm like, "Oh, is there baby daddy in the picture?" Like being a little sleazy. She's like, "No, he died last year."
But don't say that, like don't just
Because
say
obviously
no.
the crowd goes, "Oh," but it's not your
But the
fault.
crowd didn't even go. Oh, they just went silent. They just went,
That's worse.
oh wow, well worse. And it was near the end of the show.
You're building
I
up.
shouldn't have been doing crowd work at that point.
Yeah.
Like it was 10 minutes to go. I was in the build. It was more.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I did not deal with it well. I was like, oh, fuck. So you're looking for a baby daddy?
That's not the best.
I was panicking. I was like,
I don't know what I would do.
You
I
just,
would've-
I'm
you've either
getting-
got to double down or apologize, and you doubled down,
and that's
and
a
it didn't
big,
pay off.
big gamble is
I don't-
doubling down.
yeah.
It's either going to be the funniest thing you'll ever say or she'll cry.
Oh, yeah.
There's no in between.
I met her
always
after the
double
show.
down.
It's always after the show where you're like, okay, I'll make up for it now. And you try to do it heaps obvious so the crowd can see, look, we're best friends. She wasn't hurt by that.
Yeah.
But she did bring it on herself. So it's,
Yeah. Did she kill him?
huh?
Did she kill him?
I didn't ask that. Should have asked. How did he die? Should have been my next question. No.
But Luke, yeah, the girl that you misgendered, she actually commented on the episode.
She did say afterwards she was a big fan of the podcast.
Yeah, Jamie, she said,
It was lovely.
to be fair, Luke, you're not the first person to mistake me as a bloke, especially with the name Jamie. Don't feel bad. I literally just laughed about it. Appreciate the public apology, though.
Okay.
Oh, that's
great.
awesome.
Yeah,
that's
that's good.
awesome.
It was a little bit the tat sleeve as well.
Tat sleeve will throw you off.
Well,
In regional
on
Victoria,
you.
you
No,
see
that's
a
on
tat
you.
sleeve.
You shouldn't be bowing down to stereotypes.
I know.
That is
I know.
pathetic. Grow up.
Disgusting.
It is. It's 2021.
It's 2021.
I
Get
agree.
with the times.
In fact, I'm looking for a new co-host, Frenchy. Do you reckon you could replace him?
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
I
what?
can.
I think as soon as you put on those speed dealers, you just immediately retracted the invite.
never
Oh,
mind. I'm actually
no.
looking for a new co-host. Do you know
Kenny
anyone?
Powers.
Do you know anyone else?
Kenny motherfucking Powers. Let's go. Just thought I'd amp it up halfway through the show.
Well, we thought,
You know, it was we're having a bit of a lull, and
and you just avoided the lull horn.
I do what I do.
we do have a lull horn. So
I
if you ever
was-
feel like there's low energy, just let us know.
Yeah, we'll honk that shit.
I want to hear it.
Oh, well, that was a bit of a lull, wasn't it?
I want to hear the lull horn. It's like a clown one.
Yeah,
It brings it back up.
It resets the
Little clown
energy.
cut.
Yeah,
Okay,
completely
yeah,
resets
good.
the energy. I think it's time for this.
If you're seeing a person you know, and they're doing some really weird shit, email the Luke and Lewis show, and then talk about it.
So it's time to do celeb spots, Frenchy.
Celeb spot.
This is a regular segment that we do, and if you also have a
been a
celeb
while.
spot, if you're listening at home, send us an email, lukeandlewis5@gmail.com. Email us at any time, unless you're in a life-threatening situation. If you see a celebrity out in the wild, in a place that you wouldn't expect them to be. So if you see, like, you know, a footy player at the AFL, boring.
That's where they hang out.
Yeah, if you see any celebrity at the airport,
So like,
who cares?
Like a rugby league player at court.
Exactly.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Boring.
Boring. They're
Boring.
always there.
It's just it's his second job.
Like a
Yeah.
priest inside a kid.
Yeah, boring.
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 Been
Frenchy
there,
hanging out with a
done that.
school kid.
No.
Who cares?
No. That's new.
that's new and exciting actually. So I've got a banger one, right? So I actually I have one at my show, right? You would never expect a celebrity to be at one of my shows. I was doing my show on Friday night, I believe, and Radio Mike was there. Not a celebrity, don't worry. I don't think he is. That's not where we're going. He comes backstage and he goes, "Dude, did you ever watch Neighbours?" And I was like, "Yeah, when I was a kid." And he goes, "The actor that plays Paul Robinson is here with his son." Remember Paul Robinson,
Whoa,
the villain?
the villain. I
The
do know.
bad
I do
guy.
remember him.
I
He's
only
like
know him because
he's like
Mike-
one of the few I would know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
That's
And
big.
he's still on the show.
That's big.
Big, right?
Didn't he
And
lose a leg or some shit? Or did I make that up?
I don't think so. He seemed to be walking normally.
No, I meant in the show.
Maybe his character
Maybe I
did.
made that
Maybe
up.
on his
Maybe I made
character.
that up. I don't fucking
I was
know.
gonna say it seems like a pretty hard arc to continue throughout time.
Yeah.
They have to green screen
I
it for
must
like
have made that
every
one
single
up.
episode.
Yeah, what are they going to do? One episode, it grew back.
I must have made
Not
that
that
one
crazy
up.
for
I
Neighbours.
don't know. Paul Robinson.
But his name is Stefan Dennis, his real name, and he's such a good actor at playing that villain that when Radio Mike tells me, "Man, the guy that plays Paul Robinson's here," I literally went, "Get him the fuck out! I don't want
Get
that
him
guy
the
here."
hell.
That's how good of an actor he is. But he was just here with his son. I did a bunch of crowd work. I went out. I go. I've been told by my spies that Paul Robinson's here. The actor who
So
plays
you
Paul
embarrass
Robinson.
him in front of the
Oh,
whole
Yeah, he's
crowd.
sitting at the back.
Absolutely.
Like,
He was right
Was
up
he
the back,
hating it?
and that's what I opened with. Paul Robinson's here. The whole crowd goes whoa, and he just stayed silent the whole show. So I just did this crowd work, mate. I know you're here, you know, just in case the actor who plays Paul Robinson's here. Just started doing a bit of crowd work, and he was a legend afterwards. He came up. He was nice.
That's good.
He was really
That's
good.
fun.
People from the UK will be frothing this chat.
Oh,
no
yeah.
one from Australia.
What's
is.
the Neighbours song again?
When good neighbors.
Neighbours
I didn't bust that out.
Am I the only one who never watched this show?
You might. Were you a home and away guy?
I mean, they're both just not appealing to me.
No,
at all.
but so what happened?
Which one's Elf on?
Alf is on Home and Away. Yeah, I saw all those viral videos.
That's definitely the worst one. Neighbours is like the superior
Well,
one.
yeah.
Well, what happened back when I was growing up in the old 50s is that you could only watch free to air.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simpsons would be on 6 p.m., Neighbours 6:30 p.m., then 7 o'clock, often another Simpsons episode.
Yes.
So you kind of just had to just
And
struggle
then if
through.
you
Other than
rock
that, you go on Current Affair,
If
you
you
go on
rock
Today
up real
Tonight.
early to The Simpsons, you catch Andrew O'Keefe from Deal or No Deal.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
he been doing lately?
I saw him at the airport a couple of years
Doesn't
back.
count. Don't talk about that. Celebrity.
No, he's
Airport.
he's in like court.
Oh, is he?
Just some shit being going on with him.
Okay. What's going with it?
Get,
Okay.
get
this
one
is
of
a
your
good
friends to
celeb
Google
spot.
it. I haven't sort of spotted him. It's just he's just done some bad stuff in the news.
Oh,
All right. What's he done? Someone look it
Allegedly.
up.
It was
Allegedly.
All right.
allegedly Beatties.
Oh, okay.
I told you.
Less funny. Not that
They
good.
were all going like this. All of the like Ruben, Killen, and Zan are both standing there going.
That's
Yeah,
why.
And then you're like, guys, is this still
It
fun
could
to talk
be
about?
something
Is this
funny like punching Osher Gunsberg. That's amusing.
No, we love Osher here.
Yeah, we do love Osher, but wouldn't that be crazy to see them
Would not
fight?
be funny. It would be crazy.
It would be
Because you would never
crazy.
do that to
Interesting.
I
Osher.
would never do that to Osher Gunsberg. Andrew O'Keefe might, but
True.
not me.
The Battle of the Andrews.
Back when you.
Andrew G versus O'Keefe.
Oof.
Who's the Alpha Andrew? So that's my celeb spot. That's the biggest one.
That's a
I've had for
great
while.
celeb spot.
Pretty
Have
good.
you ever had famous people at your shows?
Just me.
I've had like Bachelor contestants come because they watch my videos.
I'm not sure if you heard the question.
No, that's fine. No. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
That was unrelated to what I asked, but yeah, cool.
I also had a Love Island contestant. So yes, heaps of celebrities.
Any ones that I will know?
Nah.
That's cool. So because they watch your videos, they come.
Yeah,
I really
roast
should do.
them and then they
I really
go,
should do more stripper jokes, and they all come
You
through.
should do jokes about Victoria's Secret models.
Victoria's
Yeah.
Secret models.
You really
We'll be
do
like,
it.
oh, it's so funny. We should all go. And
You
then
do attract like what you talk about. You
Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
realize that.
I have heaps of people with autism that come to my shows. Like there was one guy with opening night, and they're lovely. I love them, right? Because they're great people. But there was one guy at opening night, and then there was another guy on Saturday night who got me to sign his disability card. And I was like, "What do you have?" And he goes, "Autism, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, could have guessed."
Was it Xander? No, look at your hair right now, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, he thought it was okay to dress as a school kid. 'Cause that's,
And now he's got a little top knot in his hair. He found a rubber band.
yeah, look at him. He's doing calculus right now in his head.
I don't know if I've had any good celeb spots like that, Lou. Oh,
It's been hard since COVID. Celebs.
no, but
haven't
like
been
even
here.
in my whole career, I can't remember any like big ones,
You've
which
been
is a
to
shame.
LA?
No, but
Surely
like
you've seen.
Oh,
a celebrity
LA,
do
but
it.
In the wild, you've. I'm
Oh,
sure
in the
you've-
wild. No, I meant in my shows. I was
Oh,
like,
no,
I was
not
like,
in the
oh, I
show.
wonder
It
who's
doesn't
been
have to
coming.
be at a show.
Oh, I
just-
saw what's her face, Nicole Kidman
Ooh.
voting. I think I might have talked about it last time we did the podcast.
Yeah, I think we've done
Yeah.
celeb spots before.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a celeb since then.
I mean, who has?
Yeah.
No,
I
Hundy.
feel like the segment will slowly start to revive now that everyone's like out.
Once international
about.
travel starts
Yeah.
happening again,
Mm.
and then the
So you guys are excited to cancel all your shows now that Brisbane's like getting COVID?
Well, that's
You guys
literally
excited?
why I scheduled my tour like this. I wanted to get in, get out for Melbourne.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, who knows? Touch wood, how long Dan Andrews gonna hold his fucking trigger finger
they're going to
for?
fuck it up for sure. I have no faith in
And
them anymore,
then-
but they're not going to fuck it up until we're done, I think.
Well, that's what because it gets like it's more likely to happen as it gets colder. So I just wanted to get in, get out, then organize my big tour for September, October. Vaccines are in. There's like the politicians can't justify locking us down because everyone will be like, we got the vaccines. Fuck you.
Yeah.
We want to go and live our
Yeah.
life.
I think so.
It's been 2 years. Fuck off, Dan Andrews.
I think that's what's going to happen is when people start getting microchipped, they're going to go, that's enough.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Chip me up.
Chip me up.
Fuck yeah.
Just like a little Prince Alfred.
I mean,
You know what
everyone carries around
Get in
a
the
fucking
dick.
phone anyway.
Yeah,
You're
I'll get
already
in the
chipped
dick.
up.
Yeah.
You just get chipped up in your pocket. People will like voluntarily chip themselves up and they pay a lot of money to do
The
it.
phone is so much more. If you're concerned about privacy and followed and data and all that kind of stuff, the
Yeah.
phone is so much more dangerous than a chip.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
There's this. Well, there's all the thing. Obviously, there's all the jokes about like, oh, I don't know what's in the virus, but these people go out and take like pingers every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also things like I realize like on tour with Ruben, he comes on tour with me and opens, and he's a vegan. And we'll be like out at places. We'll be like, hey, I'll be like, he'll be like, oh, let's get some chips. I'm like, you can eat salt and vinegar chips. And he's like, yeah, dude. I'm like, I don't even. And then I realized throughout all these times, I don't even know what the fuck I'm putting in me. I just accept it. I'm like, chips, whatever. It's probably potato, and who knows what they put in them.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's so weird. The same people are just complaining about like, oh, I don't want a virus put in me. I'm like, dude, do you check the ingredients of everything you put in you before you eat it? You're like, fuck no. You
It
just
does make you
accept
sick
it.
though. I've talked to heaps of people who get the first shot and they're sick.
So
for
what
a
I'm
week.
saying is blindly accept things into your body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, but also you build up tolerance to things. So I've done a lot of like shoeys. I've got a very strong immune system, probably.
Yeah, because you do
Yeah.
them out of other
I get
people's
sick,
shoes.
but also like it takes a lot more shoes to
You
get me sick.
from other
Your
people's feet.
body might reject the vaccine. They'll
I would
go,
like to
"Fuck,
think
this
so."
is something that
I think you're
proven."
already
I would like to
immune to
think so.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you survived the Black Plague.
well, that's what you say because like obviously I've been around a while. I look old. I'm only 15.
Really?
Really?
I've had quite a life.
Wow.
That's crazy. You
don't.
age slow.
You've
Look at
had
these
so many
crow's
world
feet.
wars
Look
into
at
the
these
last
crow's
15
feet.
years.
No. I'm 104. It's fine.
1,000.
Oh, bro, on the internet, if you're not 21, you're old.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if not even with TikTok, you get back from Brisbane. With TikTok,
I'll
if you're
smooth.
older than 18, you're old.
Yeah, I got called old because it was my birthday last week, and all those people were like, "Oh, you're almost Frenchie's age now," and I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
suck
really
shit.
not.
You
I'm
are
not.
close.
He's older than me."
You were singing songs that I don't like. Even I would be like, that's a bit old for me.
I'll
Sweet
sing-
Caroline and shit, you white boy.
Yeah,
Bro, that was
Aerosmith.
funny. Yo, my
we should
mate.
talk about the night we had.
Okay, so yeah, we went out for Luke's birthday.
Did some karaoke.
We did some
Dude.
karaoke.
Rory Lowe is an animal.
Yeah.
There were like 4 or 5 times where Rory Lowe did something, and we love him, but he did something and then he almost got kicked out. By the 5th time he got his nuts out, I was like, all right, I'm gonna kick the guy.
He
out
is
now.
he is like the whole season of Geordie Shore rolled into one night.
Yeah.
He's like getting the whole season's worth in one. Like when he first showed up, he comes in, he goes, "We're doing fucking shots," runs and jumps on the pool table mid game,
On
then
the
goes
pool
back to the
table.
bar, buys 20 shots.
Yeah.
Then that was pretty much the pattern of the night. He'd go jump onto a different table,
Yeah.
buy more shots.
Yeah.
Bar
Try
would
to
yell at him.
try to
rinse and repeat
Hit,
that
hit on
over.
some dude's girlfriend the whole night.
Yeah. You know, one time.
Oh yeah, there was
In
there
his
were
face.
There were 2 girls that seemed very
face.
keen on cheating on their boyfriends in
With
front
him,
of them.
the boyfriend was like 2 meters away, and Rory's like got his arm around there, going, "Yeah, I'm the alpha at this bar."
yeah.
It was crazy. I walked up to him.
Keep in mind, this is Luke's venue. So the whole time all of this chaos is happening, Luke's having a panic attack thinking that his shows are going to get cancelled.
Oh, no.
because this
I'm
all
just like to the
reflects on
bar.
him.
I was just like, they're all my friends, but I don't know him.
Yeah,
I was
good
just
call.
like,
Good call.
And I was like to Roy, I was like, dude, what happened to your face? And he just goes, oh, Perth. And I was like, fuck, because, dude, he looked tired.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
second day of the
age.
festival.
He looked my age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
and that's almost impossible. That's
is.
crazy. Yeah, I went up to him and I was like, he was wearing like something I hadn't seen before, and I go, "Hey man, I really like your pants," and he goes, "Bro, have them." Takes them off, and then I'm like, "They won't fit me. Also, keep them on." And then the security guard comes over. He's completely in his underwear. He almost took his shoes off. The security guard comes over to boot him. I'm like, "Oh well, Rory's done." Somehow convinces the security
very
guard that he
charismatic.
can stay despite the fact that he's like gotten almost naked. And then about 20 minutes later, I see him put his nuts on the pool table while someone's trying to pop the ball.
Oh yeah, full
Which is
nuts. That's
great.
right. That's right.
He
Full
body
nuts.
slammed you on a table at one point.
Yeah, for no reason. And then he gave me like this slobbery kiss on the cheek. It was disgusting.
Don't-
Yeah,
It was a
he
whirlwind.
licked my ear.
It
He
was
gave me a
an
wet willy with his
absolute
tongue.
whirlwind.
Yeah.
He
But
didn't get let into the karaoke place, did he?
no, he went home.
He went home, which
Yeah,
is
right.
strange.
He went home first. But I really do think, and I'm a strong believer of, if you're not those guys at the bar, your friends suck. You know,
We're
like if-
always those guys at the bar whenever we go out though, and it's
It's
Yeah.
awesome. Remember though, it's disrespectful.
It is.
and not good.
I
But
only
we're
ever-
not. There's two
it's
types
only
of
ever
those
when
guys.
I go with you guys.
There's 2 types of those guys at the bar. There's those guys that are like ruining it for everyone else and are like kind of violent. We're not that.
Oh,
We don't
those
do
guys
that
you
at
were
all.
playing. You were playing pool. We're getting really angry because
Yeah,
you thought
we're
I was
getting
filming him. I wasn't. I was filming you.
I
Like have a
was.
shot. And he goes
Oh.
goes up to me. He's like, "Don't fucking film me, bro." And I was like, "You think a bit much of yourself if you think I'm gonna put you on my Instagram story."
Right.
The reason
And
why.
then,
And
and
then
then I
we-
call him a fucking nerd, and the guy was like really angry. I was pissed. I was like, "You fucking nerd!" And Meg's like, "Calm down, honey.
They were fucking
he will
nerds,
fight
but
you."
they were.
Yeah. You know why they were angry, right? They got angry. They were like 6'5". Dudes that are 6'5", 6'6" hate me. Like, I pass them in the toilets. As soon as guys who are the tall guys see someone taller than them,
I don't think
it
people
breaks.
they really care.
Dude, literally, they hate
But
it.
if that's all
Because-
you have as being the tall guy, that's not much.
Why? Because often those dudes, that's all they have, right?
You're tall.
I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get.
I've got other skills.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Sometimes tall
Fashion.
guys, it's all they have. And they see people that are taller than them and they try and test you. And it's like, dude, Who
Oh,
cares?
Yeah.
well, that was like the ultimate choke job at pool too, because these guys will like put the coin on the table. We're like, we're gonna play you next.
Why did
they're
you
like
end up
chalking?
playing them?
They're chalking the cues. I was like, well, we weren't going yet, and we were the kings of the table, so they had to win the table off us.
Oh, also,
Chalking their cues. Me and Rory got too drunk that we could barely hit the fucking ball.
You still beat them.
Yeah, we still beat them, but they had the shot. There was a white. The black was literally
Keep
a
in
centimeter
mind-
away from the hole.
Yeah.
I don't know how we missed that.
Keep
Then
in mind,
everyone
while-
started cheering just to
while
shit
this
them.
is happening, there's like maybe 15 of us watching the game.
All going crazy.
yeah, every time it's Frenchy or Rory's turn, we're like, what? Every
And these
time
guys
it's their
are
turn, we're going,
hating it.
boo.
Yeah.
They hated it. Also, you mentioned that they put the coin on the table for the next game. Ruben pocketed that coin. He goes,
You
You're
are
not
such a
supposed- You're not
cheapskate.
supposed to steal the coin, Ruben.
He pocketed it. He comes up to me and he goes, "Dude, I found $2 on the table." And I'm like, "Yeah, that means that it's my turn next." And he goes, "What an idiot!" and puts it in his pocket.
Were
He's
you
such a
raised in a
Yeah.
fucking barn, bro?
When Lewis said that, I was like, oh, that's to reserve the table. I was like, oh yeah, because I don't go out to pubs much, so I did
'cause that
remember
costs
that.
money.
So you think $2 fell out of someone's wallet
And
onto
then
the
landed
side
on
of
the
a
middle?
pool table?
Yeah, well, it's mine now.
And he still hasn't spent it. It's been like
And
a week.
I didn't pay for any drinks that night, so I came up $2 ahead. How's that?
Or the Uber, by
Thanks,
the way.
Rory. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I need to pay you back for that.
Look at these. Look at them claiming they didn't pay for drinks.
Yeah,
That's
well,
just
that's
saying,
Rory.
look, I'm
Why-
a cheapskate, guys. Like,
Why would you though when
it's
Rory's
his birthday?
Both proud of it.
Oh, it's his birthday. I bought him
Rory's
some
got
drinks.
a
I know,
fucking
you bought me drinks.
a whole like plate full of 20 shots. Of course you wouldn't pay for drinks when that's going.
I gave
on.
him some money for that.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I feel bad. I don't want him
well, then you
spending.
guys- I don't know how it works because I don't drink.
Oh no. Well, there was also like I was also like, Rory, let me pay for at least my own shot. I'm not gonna get everyone to fucking round. And he's like, bro, I'm getting them fucking cheap, isn't it? Apparently he's getting them cheap. So I was like, oh fuck, there's $10-20 because he got a few
He
shots.
thinks
like-
full price is cheap.
You know,
don't
you
think
know
he-
what,
he said he was getting
Rory's
cheap.
like. Rory's like that guy at your show who spends $400 a week on the strippers. Thinks he's getting a
king
good
shit,
deal because he
right.
gets free entry.
Nah, bro. The boys when they get on it, they just wanna spread the
Nah, I
cash.
love
He was
Rory.
just love being in Melbourne. I think the man was just like, I'm not in Perth.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
good energy.
But those guys, were hating
so-
our energy around the.
So
pool table.
anyway, we need to tell your listeners about this. The karaoke bar.
Yeah.
The karaoke bar.
This was a good one.
Did I do
Holy shit.
So,
No.
so we leave the bar and we go to the karaoke bar, which we've talked about previously on the show.
Yep.
And this was a great one. We get there right before they're closing.
Yep.
And then you buy a drink and you get to choose a song. Keelan goes up to buy a drink and he chooses a song and he goes, "Oh, I want to do Let's Get Retarded by Black Eyed
Which
Peas."
the best thing about this song is that you can't even get the original version most places. It's
Yeah.
now called Let's Get It Started, especially with PC
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
Very hard to find that version.
Yes.
Other people in the bar, we need to say, there was a group of like four quite
Four Melbourne girls, front
Melbourne
fringes,
girls.
shaved head, coloured hair, like real, like they love Twitter. Like you
they
can just tell,
love Twitter.
you know, and
They love pronouns.
Keelan just goes, "Oh, I want, let's get retarded." And then one of those girls goes, "Should you really be saying that word?" And then Keelan,
She said, that's not a very nice word.
Yeah.
what did you say?
Because she started talking to me. She goes,
That's
"What-"
fine. You're probably dribbling by that point anyway.
And you were
She-
like, "What's?"
so you can say
and
it.
you were like,
Yeah.
"What's wrong with let's?" And then
You don't say get.
you don't say get.
How
what?
do you receive things if you can't get things?
I just responded, well, it's a banger, so we're going to play it.
Yeah, that's
Your
what made
logic
it
is like,
fun.
if
wow.
Will.i.am can say it, so can I.
Yeah.
And then Keelan comes over, tells me, and then I tell everyone, and then we're all like, "Well, fuck yeah!" And then we just start adding lyrics to their songs.
Yeah, until it came on. Yeah, until what was the song that it was? Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, I've become retarded.
Retard, retard. Like there wasn't even any
Yeah.
other lyrics.
15 of
It's
us
like
just
not even
screaming
clever.
it.
It's
No.
just to ruin this one
they're
girl's
trying to
night.
sing the real one. We're just going,
Oh,
my,
yeah.
I have become retarded.
Yeah, it was a lot.
They were hating it. And then every time one of their songs come on, we would just go, boo,
You know what's
skip,
funny?
skip, skip.
I like witnessed this. I didn't really know the context, and I was like not surprised.
Yeah.
I just thought it was you and Keelan doing one of your fucking what you always do, just shit.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even know there was a reason.
It's
Yeah.
like if shit posting happened in real life. That's what it
their
was.
whole personality.
But then the song come on and you pretend you didn't realize what was happening. You were on stage. You were singing it.
It went off.
The boys are on stage singing it. It's going off.
Into
and
the mic.
The loudest word of obviously was retarded. You'd be like, "Let's get retarded in here." I film it on my story. Hilarious.
Getting me cancelled.
I get a message the next morning. Zach, my bandmate, Zach Gervais. He's right, bro. That is the whitest shit I've ever seen. And I rewatch. I'm like, you are dead. Correct.
Yeah.
Karaoke bar 3 a.m. singing Black Eyed Peas.
It's a real grim karaoke bar. We've been to it twice now, and it's so
with
much fun.
Coronas. We had Coronas.
Yeah, they only sell like Corona. It's grim, and like the tracks that they have. Sometimes like the lyrics that you're reading off the screen is in broken English.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not translated correctly.
Here's how
Some of the
fucked
songs.
that bar is.
It's a Wii game.
I
It's a
know.
Wii
I
version of
noticed this.
karaoke.
I noticed this. They're playing the karaoke app or whatever they're playing is not an app. It's a fucking Wii U game that they have in
Isn't
there.
that crazy that they could have just bought like a karaoke software because they're a
know.
karaoke bar, but like we'll just run it for Wii.
It's not,
from, like,
even it's not even a
2005.
Wii or a Switch. It's the one in the middle, the Wii U.
Wii U.
That's awesome.
I really like karaoke bars. One of the best ones in Sydney just shut, which was sad. So it's good to get out and experience one
back.
again. Yeah,
Hey, what's happening with your casino? They lost their license.
I did not know that. Which
So
one? The new one or the
Crown
old one?
Casino lost their
The new
their
one or the
casino
old one?
license. I think it's the. Isn't it the both? It's both. The new one.
The Dick
Yeah,
Town.
Crown
So there
lost
was a-
their casino license, and they're gonna lose it here because they've been embezzling money and shit.
You know the bullshit. Like it's pathetic how dodgy politicians are. So you know Sydney lockout laws.
That was big. That was to funnel everyone to the casino.
Yeah, so it
and
was
to kill the
It
nightlife.
was literally
so the
a
only
while
option
ago.
was there.
They had the lockout laws, and you can see the map of it of the city,
All just-
and it goes everywhere except cuts out the casino. It's amazingly corrupt,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's kind of
That's the only place you can get in at 5 a.m. was the casino.
But it's really easy to police because then by the end when people want to fight, they just all cops just hang outside the casino.
Oh, they're
where
too
everyone goes
broken
to.
sad to fight. I think that was the thought behind it. They're too busy signing over their house to fight. They're like, 1 second, got to move my stuff out of my ex-wife's house.
1 second, I just gotta lose
And
it all.
the guy who was behind the lockout laws at the time left and now has. I might be talking my ass. He now has a job there. Or used to. There's some like weird corruption. there
100%,
going on.
bro. None of that would surprise me. All politicians are corrupt. Fuck them all.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly.
Sydney sucks to go out, man. Sydney's so
They're
shit.
too busy fucking each other. Have you seen the news?
Me and Zach were out at an Irish pub on St. Patrick's Day. They kick us out at 11 p.m. It was wild.
It was crazy.
St. Patrick's Day, like it's
Was
their
it
night.
because Is it because you weren't Irish?
I was like,
Were you on your knees going, "I'm a leprechaun"?
You are terrible at accents.
Oh, the worst.
You
I'm the
just
worst.
change. You don't change how you speak at all. You just change your
Change the
pitch,
pitch.
and hope people don't notice.
I'm a leprechaun.
How's my Russian? What do you think? You know.
I'm a Russian man.
do French.
I'm a French man.
That's good. Sounds kind of like the Russian one. How about Chinese?
I'm a Chinese man.
It sounds really familiar.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Now do Jamaican.
I'm a Jamaican
Wow,
woman.
he's good.
He's the king.
That was a little switch. It was a woman that
Yeah,
one time.
right. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, is that the end?
Oh, we can
Well,
keep going.
unless
if
you
you
want-
All good, all good. I didn't know if you had any wrap-up moves. That's
You got a
okay.
new dog.
I do have a dog. Thank you. I
What?
do.
It wasn't a joke.
Yeah, why are you
He
laughing
actually
at
got
that?
a new corgi.
What are you laughing at that?
Yeah.
Fucking
You got a
go.
corgi.
You gonna fight?
This is why sometimes when they
I'll
laugh,
fight
I'm
him.
just like,
I
was
will
that
fight
even
him.
a joke? Like,
It's
can fight him
if
if
you
you want.
laugh in the wrong spot, you can turn a casual question into an insult.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You
And that's
got a
what
new
each other
dog?
do.
yeah.
What? You want to go?
Yeah, I do have a new dog. That's a good note to end on. I've got a dog, guys. Go get yourself a dog.
You got it. What'd you get?
Corgi, yeah. Queen's
corgi?
dog. Queen's dog.
Why a corgi?
That's what the missus wanted. I didn't really care as long as it wasn't like, what's those, the ones that everyone are getting? Cavoodles? So my
Cavoodles
parents have
and,
already
like-
got a cavoodle
Yeah.
and it's old now, and I didn't want him to get jealous of getting another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, corgi. I'm like, that'll fucking do. Yeah.
You're nice.
No, you're doing better than me, man. I've got a cat. and she's
Oh,
nice.
tough.
You know what? Actually, my girl's been out of state for a week. The cat is so much nicer. It's really weird. Maybe it never disliked me. It just hated my girlfriend. And it's just redirected.
Your girlfriend does
aggression.
take pictures of it a lot.
Who feeds it?
I do. Well, I feed it in the morning. She feeds it at night.
Animals
'cause I'm
usually like
thinking-
whoever gives it the food.
Yeah, we both feed it. Yeah.
Cats have no loyalty. They're just shit.
They really have no loyalty.
yeah.
I think maybe it's just can't. Yeah, good ones.
I used to
Xander.
have a bit about it, why
that
we should
Keeler?
eat cats.
Which one?
We'll get
Well, that's
working
fine.
on it.
I'm going to blame Xander. I've decided.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, I thought we'll.
What a way to end it
I thought
on.
we're ending it. No, that's good, guys. So get yourself a dog. Don't get a cat. Watch some Neighbours.
That's what you're gonna plug. Neighbors and dogs.
Yeah. Do you have any shows coming up, or what's
Oh,
happening?
you apparently this is released after my show's already done, so that's not the best timing
Yeah,
for
we
me.
did prioritize Andy Lee over you.
Yeah, when he doesn't even have a fucking show.
Yeah, but can you compete with him?
I could definitely do all those games on the fucking cube. Okay, pick a game, I'll do it right now.
Could you host it though? Because he doesn't do the game.
Welcome to the cube. I'm Andy
He's
Lee.
good at accents.
It's a
isn't
good
he?
accent.
And
yeah.
now we've got a mother and daughter, and they're going to see how many times they can throw a ping pong ball into a cactus.
Sound like Dr. Evil.
You also very evidently never watched the show.
I saw an ad.
But that's the
I saw
vibe. It's
an ad.
definitely the vibe.
I saw
though.
an ad. I saw an ad.
That's enough. That's how people watch TV now. Is they see an ad and they go, "Oh, I would never watch that."
Yeah.
Well, that's how we consume
100%.
The
TV.
Masked Singer, dude.
But I
That's
will be
everyone.
back in Melbourne, guys. Back doing big shows at the end of the year. So if you like Luke and Lewis, come and see my shows.
Yeah, we'll
Get
let you
on
guys
down.
know when
Out
that's
of
happening
respect
as well.
for them.
Yeah. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank
See
you for having me,
Frenchy,
guys.
See Luke and I, and have a great week.